So naturally you're watching this video and the first thing that comes to mind is vampire survivors with a weird art style. However, Striving for Light Survival from Igniting Spark Games sets itself apart in a few significant ways. For one, this is a wave-based action RPG. It's a bit slower paced and methodical versus Vampire Survivors' unending onslaught. Also, where Vampire Survivors has big open maps, Striving for Light has a smaller arena, so things are a bit more confined. Finally, the game has a unique way of gaining new skills, which I'll dive into in a second. By the way, Striving for Light Survival is a standalone game that's based on the roguelite action RPG Striving for Light. This game is currently available on Steam in early access. Thankfully, you don't need to play one game to enjoy the other. Still, I might check out the main game another time. Also, for full disclosure, I got a free Steam key for this game from the developer. When you start a new game of Striving for Light, you pick a character, a melee weapon, a projectile weapon, and several skills to add to the skill pool. You then pick a level and it's off to the races. One thing you'll notice is that there's a lot of things to unlock, including characters, weapons, skills, and stages, so if you stick with it, it can pay off. When the game begins, your goal is to survive a number of rounds with a boss waiting for you at the end. Each round is less than a minute long and you have to stay alive while killing enemies and picking up orbs. You gain levels and skill points at the end of each round, but it's unclear of how the leveling system works. However, it is safe to assume that the more orbs you have, the better. In between each round, you gain new skills by unlocking nodes on a skill map that's randomly generated from the pool that you selected before the start of the game. These skills include everything from your usual attack and speed upgrades to abilities that let you fight alongside pets and even generate small tower contraptions that can harm your enemies. Because the skill grid is randomly generated each playthrough, even if you have the same character and the same weapons, no two games will feel the same. Like any similar game, it's difficult, but you'll have fun with it while you experiment with various builds for your character. The game also has a local co-op mode and online integrations, which lets you post your high score to a leaderboard and even compete in seasons and leagues. You can also select Chaos mode, in which you get a random character with random weapons and skills. These even include characters and items that you haven't unlocked yet, so it's a neat way to preview some of the game's offerings. During the game, there are 3 items that you can pick up. There's the Shard of Refunding, which is pretty self-explanatory, while another token lets you randomly change a skill that's offered in any one node. And there's another item called the Shard of Conjunction, but I'm not quite sure what it does. An in-game guide would help, or even one of those hover over tip things, but it's only a small annoyance. So far, I played an hour and a half of this game, and I only found a handful of the game's unlockables. Still, it ain't bad so far. This game is very addictive, and you constantly get that feeling of one more shot. If the game had any issues, it's that it could do a better job of explaining how some of its mechanics work. Also, the art style may not be for everyone. Still, if you like these arcade style games, check it out. It's only $5 too, so while it's not anything groundbreaking, it's still fun gameplay that you can get on the cheap. Anyway, that was Striving for Light Survival. I know this was a short one, but I hope you enjoyed this video. For those new to this channel, I like to cover indie games, retro games, and even the occasional cool piece of tech. I like to do previews, unboxings, lists, documentaries, and even reviews and first impressions just like the one you just saw. If that sounds good to you and you want to join the Mafia, hit that subscribe button and I'll make you a made man. If you want to do me one better, hit that bell icon to turn your notifications on and you'll be the first to know whenever I put out new content. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'm Audi 51000G.